start a digital design company. Let's get it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Zen here with Close One. Welcome to the Happy Hour edition. This is a channel where we enjoy a nice cup of joe while covering basic sales tips for first-time founders. Every week, we reshare motivational videos and talk to high-impact entrepreneurs. Our goal is to introduce you to people and ideas that will help you execute on your dreams. We'll talk about real-life experiences, examples that you can apply and practice immediately. Finally, we bake in sales strategies to help you make money, methods to help you close deals. Very quickly, let's say hi to our audience. We got Shar, Ashley, Shane, Pek, Paul. Who else is here? Katrina. Welcome, welcome. If you haven't done so, don't forget to smash subscribe. Let's do it.
There's a friend of mine who's got a great saying about creating a company, which is trying to build a company and have it succeed is like eating glass and staring into the abyss. So, I mean, what tends to happen is it's sort of quite exciting for the first several months of starting a company, and then reality sets in. Things don't go as well as planned. Customers aren't signing up. The technology or the product isn't working as well as you thought. And then that can sometimes be compounded by a recession, and it can be very, very painful for several years. So I think, frankly, starting a company, I would advise people to have a high pain tolerance.
Pek is currently helping enterprise companies achieve their goals through product strategy, UX, UI software design, and app development. He builds an omnichannel contact center, chatbot, IVRs, and SMS tools. His clients include Nike, Google, Adobe, Accenture, and more. On top of that, he is a mentor for entrepreneurs at 500 Startup, Techstars, and Mobile Makers Academy. His design agency has been awarded fastest growing private company in America. Inc.'s magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will learn how to start a digital design agency. Please help me welcome Pek Pongpaet. Welcome. How are you doing today?
Hi. Doing good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Aw, what was it? Cup?
Sawadi, sawadi.
Sawati. All right. Last week, we brought in an SEO titan in Silicon Valley. The reason is to help people learn how to start a business without money. So this week, I brought you in because every startup, every business starts with an idea. And so I want to start there. The concept of Impekable, its journey. Walk us through your origins.
Yeah, it not as interesting or purposeful. I moved to Silicon Valley with dreams of building a giant tech company like everybody else. It's the same way that people go to Hollywood because they want to make it as a big star, right? I moved to Silicon Valley with dreams of, being part of or building, whatever, right? Whatever big thing, the next Uber, the next Airbnb, the next Google. I spent prior to that, even going to the Bay Area, I spent many years building many failed products. But I thought, I wasn't getting any younger, and I wanted to be where the action was, where all the people were building tech companies. So I moved out there, uh, joined my co-founder. I had a friend who's also a technical co-founder, joined him, and we worked on several ideas that really didn't end up going anywhere. One idea that was a little notable was this Instagram product, and it basically at the time Instagram and Pinterest were really popular products, and the actually humorous joke was, well, if we just if Instagram was $1 billion and Pinterest was 500 million, if we can just combine the two, maybe it'd be worth like a 1.5 billion. As a joke, as a total joke. So we made it, and it kind of blew up. Not in terms of, it's just in terms of press. Like we were on Mashable, and I don't know, tons like Time Magazine, tons of other things. And but at the end of the day, there were users and people liked the product. There's just a way to view Instagram photos in a nice Pinterest layout. But at the end of the day, it wasn't our users, it wasn't our data, it's not our platform, not our content. So when you think about building stuff, um, the saying is don't build on OPP, other people's platform, because you don't own any of it. They can turn it off, and then you're stuck. So that was a lesson. Anyways, tried a couple other ideas. None of them really panned out, and we kind of parted ways. And all the time when I was building over the year that I was in the Bay Area, people were always asking me for design help. They're like, "Oh, you're a good designer. Can you help me with my product?" And I would say, "Go away. I'm not interested because I'm busy building my own dreams. I don't want to build your dreams." And but I wasn't a good entrepreneur. I didn't have a lot of things. I didn't have the sales skills. I wasn't solving real business problems because I wasn't doing the hard work of talking to customers. The curse of when you're a designer and engineer is if you can build your inclination and you're a shy person, I think what tends to happen is you build stuff without talking to people. So I would say that that's a mistake, and what you should be doing is talking to customers. Anyways, lots of failures. And after about a year and a half of things not working, my co-founder and friend and I parted ways. And I started listening to people. I was like, okay, what was it you wanted from me again? I started listening to people. It's like, help me build my product. Help me build. You're a good designer. Help me design this stuff. And so I helped them. And more and more people wanted that. And more, work started. I took on one client. One client became two clients. Two clients became three clients. And they all wanted all of my time, which at one point I was thinking I was probably working like 80-hour weeks or longer because everybody wanted all of my time and I can only work so much. So that's actually when we hired my first like half-time designer. So just to kind of alleviate the pressure. Um, so I hired a part-time designer, And what happened was the work didn't slow down. It just kept coming up. And I asked my designer, I was like, hey, can you help out some more? And she's like, no, I'm good. 20 hours is good for me. And I was like, oh, I really need some more help. So I ended up hiring 2 more people. So we finished the first year with 3, myself included, three full-time people. And really that was kind of how Impekable started. It wasn't like, oh, I had this vision of this successful design agency. I just kind of stopped and listened to people and listened to what they wanted from me. What was I good at? And I was good at product design, software design, and that was the basis of the company. And slowly we grew over time, and we got that bigger and better clients over time and built a stronger and stronger team. But it was a slow, it was not an overnight success. And even when, you call me successful, but I feel like we still have a long way to go. So many things we're just getting started. We're just now, um, very, even though a lot of time has passed, I think because I was not a seasoned entrepreneur, um, we were suffering from a lot of things that a young company would, like maybe a more seasoned entrepreneur wouldn't be suffering from 8 years in the business, because I was so inexperienced. So I would say, it's definitely a journey, but we've come a long way, and we're still learning. And what the best thing you can do is, as you grow, invest in people, get good talent, get people with experience who know what they're doing, and they bring a lot of experience to your company and can help accelerate the growth of your company. Or even, if you're in your own mess for so long, you can't see the forest for the trees. You're too close to your problem. Sometimes you just need someone who is experienced, who has a fresh pair of eyes and a fresh, different perspective, who's not so close and personally invested, to be able to just see something like, hey, that's kind of weird how you do this. I'm like, oh, really? How do you do it at your company? Oh, we do it this way. Oh, yeah, that's actually a much better way to do it. But if only you only know what you're doing, you don't look outside, sometimes you're just repeating problems that have been solved a long time ago by other people.
Yeah, definitely. You don't know what you don't know. Becoming a successful entrepreneur isn't easy, but it's not impossible. Subscribe to my channel today, and together, let's figure out how to grow. That's exciting. So tell me, how does Pek win deals?
How do I win deals? So when people say, they look at our walls of logos and they're like, how are you able to get these blue chip companies? How are you able to close these big logos? And I kind of laughingly say, you know what? I don't know how to sell to strangers. I only know how to sell to people who know me and trust me already. And which isn't very impressive at all. I can only sell to friends. So the hack is make more friends for me.
That's a great advice.